Afternoon everyone to my YouTube channel. So as for today we are looking at a topic coming from bearings. Now before we can even start answering the question, we must know what a bearing is. So a bearing is simply defined as angular distance moving clockwise from the North Pole. So a bearing will always move from the North Pole. Now when answering questions dealing with bearings, there is only one important rule that you must know. That is when you have these lines. So these two are called two parallel lines, and we also have a transverse line. So it is therefore known to say if we have an angle that is here, let's say the angle is 20 degrees, automatically there is going to be 20 degrees here, which is the rule which says that two parallel lines joined by a transverse line have their alternate angles being equal. So which simply applies if we have a 60 degrees here, we will also have a 60 degrees there. So with that in mind, we can now solve the question. So it says two boats X and Y leave port P at the same time. X travels on a bearing of 159 and Y travels on a bearing of 215. Then we are told to say this is the diagram. Now they want us to find the bearing of X from Y. So how do we solve such a question? The first rule is never forget this. So now we are told to say find the bearing of X from Y. So whenever they say from Y, it means to say they are beginning from Y, then go clockwise until you meet your X. Now how do we use that? First we must draw, as our definition said, to say we begin from the north. So it simply means to say we are going to draw a north line on where Y is, since they are saying that from Y. So upon doing that, we will now begin moving clockwise until we meet our line for X, which is this line. So how do we find this? So in order for us to find this angle, we know to say we don't know what is here, we can name it as X. It is X plus 41 in order for us to find this angle. Now, according to our values that we have been given 159 and 215. So what are we going to do? Firstly, we know to say the O of this angle is 215. Then we don't know the angle. All we need is, let's say we extend this, we create another north. So whatever angle that will be here, it will also be equal to here, just as the rule suggests. So if there is 20 here, there is also going to be 20 there. Therefore, we need to find it. So what are we going to do? So we are going to find the angle that is here by, since we have extended this, it means to say this one becomes equal to 180 when we draw an angle up to here, since this is a straight line. So if this angle is equal to 180, therefore to find X, we can say X plus 180 degrees should be equal to the sum, which is our 215. So from here up to here it's 215, but when we do this, we are getting a 180. So we are going to collect the right terms in which X should be equal to 215 minus 180 degrees. So our X is being found to be 35 degrees. So here we are found to say the angle here is 35 degrees. So as we know, if here it is 35 degrees, two parallel lines, it means to say the angle that is here will also be there. So we have a 35 degrees as well. So when we have that, we can say finally our bearing of X from Y should be equal to our 35 degrees plus we have a 41 degrees. So here we are getting a 76 degrees. But bearings should always be given as 3-digit numbers. So we are going to say 076 is our bearing. Then going to B, we have been told to say find the bearing of P from X. So our P from X, we are going to draw our north on where X is. So remember, we always draw our north line with the last letter. So we are going to draw our knot like that. Then we are told to say it should begin from X. So remember, you should always move clockwise. So we are going to begin from this point until we meet the first letter mentioned, of which that is P. So we are going to end here. So now, if you look at this, almost it was about to make a 360 degrees. So in other terms, you can say the only angle that they don't want is this. So therefore, to find this bearing is we can just find the angle that is here, then subtract from the complete circle, which is equal to 360. So what are we going to do? So we are still going back to our property, which is two parallel lines joined by a transverse. So we just need to find the angle that is here. Then whatever will be here will also be equal to there. So remember, when solving the last one, I said to say this is a 108. So to find this, we can just subtract. To find this, let's say I name it as my 1. Y. I can say y plus 159 degrees should be equal to 180, since this is a straight line. If you want, alternatively, you can add 159 plus y plus 85, which should be equal to 215. It's still okay. So we are going to say our y should be equal to 180 degrees minus 159 degrees. So when we subtract this, we are going to find that we are getting a 21 degrees. So if here there is 21, automatically there is going to be a 21 here as well. So if that's the case, therefore, to find the bearing of P from X, we can simply say, since the whole thing is adding up to 360 degrees, we subtract 21 degrees. So when we subtract, we are getting a 339 degrees. So this is how we go about answering questions on bearings. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope you will subscribe and like for more.